Today, our guests are the head of South Azerbaijan National Revival Movement, Agri Garadagli, and the head of World Azerbaijanis Writers Union, Sayman Aruz. Welcome to our studio. Thank you. Today marks the second anniversary of the death of Ghulam Reza Emani, one of the activists of the South Azerbaijani movement. Today we'll discuss the situation of South Azerbaijani movement. The community does not believe that Ghulam Reza Emani really died in a car accident, especially before the election. Of course, the national movement activists and the community do not believe that he died in a common car accident. Being released from prison after a 5-year imprisonment, Ghulam Reza Emani enhanced his activities. Therefore, he faced pressures, threats. The Iranian regime used a lot of tricks to eliminate him. In the latest trick, the intelligence service of Iran set up a car accident using 2 trucks, which killed Ghulam Reza Emani and his 2 brothers. You were born in the same city with Emani and spent your childhood together. What can you say about him? His most important feature was his being a nationalist. We knew him as a sensitive person. Emani was 4 years older than me. He was a very sincere person. I never saw him lie. He was a sample of a brave fighter struggling for his freedom. How it happens that a number of national activists became victims of mysterious accidents. Dr. Zehtabi was one of them too. What can you say about it? I think Dr. Zehrabi's death took place during the series of murders by the Iranian regime. It was a planned action. At that time, a number of Persian writers were killed as well, and many Turkic writers were killed. We can suppose that Emani's death is a continuation of this series of murders. Religious states don't need intellectuals. They don't need men with independent thinking. Therefore, when they see such people, they want to eliminate them. About 30 national activists were imprisoned recently, and 7 of them were released in bail. Who were these people? Why were they imprisoned? They all were our nationalist youth who advocated our rights. But I think in order to stop all the people struggling for their freedom and national rights, then the Iranian regime should imprison all of the 35 million Azerbaijanis. But I think Iran has been facing so many pressures that it doesn't want to see a problem in Azerbaijan. They are afraid that Azerbaijan can be a big problem in a period when Iran is facing so many pressures. That's why they released some of these activists. But of course the struggle, the fight is not over, and I hope the others who are in prison will be released. What do these released youths think after being released? Are they eager to continue their struggle, and what were the reasons of their imprisonment? Every nationalist activist continues his struggle after being released and facing tortures. For instance, Ghulam Reza Emani, after serving 5 years in prison, was released and continued his struggle and proved that he was not afraid of anything. And all of the national activists who were imprisoned, excluding 2, were active members of South Azerbaijan National Revival Movement, and even were founders of this movement along with Shafragani. You know, after Shafragani resigned from his position as the head of the South Azerbaijan movement, a new chairman had to be elected, and therefore Iranian regime imprisoned these activists to learn who will be the next head, the next chairman. And 7 of imprisoned national activists were released with $220,000 in bail. A long period has passed since Shafragani resigned from his position as the head of South Azerbaijan National Revival Movement, and a new chairman has not been elected since then. How do you think, when can a new chairman be elected? As I stated, the main reason for these imprisonments were related with the election of new chairman to the movement. We of course think that a new chairman will be elected from a region in South Azerbaijan. But as about 20 members of the management board are in prison at present, we cannot hold a congress or so to elect a chairman. Therefore, we are waiting for the release of these members of management board. But if it continues for a long time, the organization will have to make another decision. In the period before and after presidential elections in Iran, the Azerbaijanis didn't play an important role in the political life of Iran. And how do you think, for present time, at present, can Azerbaijanis play an important role in the political life of Iran? After the elections, the Azerbaijanis preferred silence. The history has shown that cooperation with Persians has never been in favor of Azerbaijanis. The Persians have betrayed Azerbaijanis both in Setarkhan's period and during the revolution. Therefore, after the elections, the national movement decided that the Azerbaijanis should only struggle for their national rights. I think in Iran it's high time for Azerbaijanis to say their words, because as you know, Iran is facing pressures from all the world. It includes both financial, political, even military threats against Iran. Thank you for coming to our studio.